Tere tulemas PÖFFi, tere hommikust. We are here with David Victori, who is the director of the film El Pacto, the Pact, who was having the international premiere here in Tallinn Black Nights. How do you feel here in Tallinn?
Yes, very good. Really warm with all the people from the festival. A really beautiful festival. I didn't came before, so it's really exciting for me.
Nice. So it's a cold city, but the audience warm you up.
Exactly.
Nice. Yeah, and actually, here, I mean, your film was released in Spain this summer, but here you have like the first screening out of the country ever, no?
Exactly. So this is why I was really excited. It's always interesting to see how the people react in another country. That obviously the story is the same, but the audience change and the cultural background from the people change the reaction and the feelings through according the movie.
So it's now starting like its international career.
Kind of, yes. We wish that that can be like the first for many. We think that our movie is more than just a genre movie, because it's true that our movie has this aspect of kind of horror cinema, but at the same time, we really feel all the.
There are some scary moments, but
there are some.
But it's not really a horror,
exactly.
Let's say.
Yeah, I think that it's just like use the horror in order to go through the feelings of the main character, because
and of the audience.
Exactly. So she's going through a really deep situation about losing her daughter. So it's like we are using the horror genre to just go through her emotions.
Okay, and how do you expect now that it's open to audience abroad, Spain? How do you think people will react?
Let's see. I mean, Sony has the international rights, and so they are thinking about how, when, and how release it in different countries. So I think that maybe festivals can be a good window to show the movie and to see how people react, and then for them to decide where and when release the movie. But it's exciting. I don't know. It's just exciting to see how people can react in different countries. Yeah.
Okay, and we are happy that you choose our gate.
Yes.
To open the film to the international audience. The beginnings of your career were marked by a special prize that you got in Venice.
Yes.
Like the very first YouTube award.
And the only one.
Yeah, I mean, you break it. I mean, you win it. And then it gave you the chance to work with such monsters of like Ridley Scott and Michael Fassbender. So how it is in the beginning just...
Yes, it was really unexpected. It was in 2012, and I was just moving one of my short films, and after a couple of years of festivals, YouTube released this huge festival, short film festival around the world, and they presented 15,000 short films. Wow. Yeah, and I don't know how, but I won the award, and the prize was
maybe because you have some talent. I don't know.
Who knows? It's I'm pretty sure that in between the 15,000, it's a lot of people with talent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you never know these kind of things, and I'm really grateful to have this opportunity with the people from YouTube, from Scott Free, the company from Ridley Scott, and Michael Fassbender as a producer too. So the war was shoot a project with them in Los Angeles with $500,000. So we did this kind of web series about the gravity failing in the world. So it was kind of really ambitious idea that it was only possible because that festival.
Nice.
Yes.
And yeah, actually, if we have a look on your already, even if this is your first feature, already kind of long career, Ridley Scott, Michael Fassbender, then your first feature you make it with produced by Sony and world rights by Sony, and then the main character in your film is quite a legend in Spain, speaking about horror films, who is Belén Rueda. So you're already so young and with the first feature and already work with big names in the industry?
Yeah, I'm really grateful for that because I kind of like, I'm always thinking that the main thing about your career is that people is around you and people that can help you bring your ideas to the screen. So yeah, working with Belén Rueda, with Sony also was like a pleasure, and obviously you can learn a lot working with all these people that knows that much about your job.
Did you conceive the character thinking of her already, or there was some?
We was like working for a while with a script that the main character was the father. So one day, one of the producer bring the idea to what about if it's the mother, and then in the same meeting we just kind of like thought about Belén Rueda. The producers, they made a movie. They made a couple of movies with her the same year. So it was pretty natural and easy, like contact her and offer her the project, and she's always saying that it's the first time in her career that she accepts a project without a script.
Oh,
because
wow.
we contact her before we change the script in order to adapt to be the mother instead of the father, you know.
Okay, because the main character.
It was the father.
It was the father.
Yeah, for a while.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have heard gossips that there are two family names in the credits, so maybe it's related to that.
Yes, the main idea was from my father about the movie. It was a nightmare that he had for a while, and I was pushing him to just write it down in a notebook. So he did it, and after that he just like read me the story, and I was in shock about the story because it was like pretty personal. It was also like about a family experience that we had some years before. So it was like really like beautiful that in that moment I kind of like decide, okay, I will try to make a movie of that, and it's happened, and it's my first movie, so I'm really like it's really personal for me and really special at the same time.
So working in a script made by your father and working with Belén Rueda later, it sounds like if someone tell you before, like
yeah, exactly. My father was in the premiere and was sitting next to Belén Rueda, who he admired for all of his life. He was like just sharing the popcorns and everything, seeing his movie. It was like a kind of like crazy and dreamy situation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the kind of situation you feel proud of.
Exactly.
No? Like, yeah, and I think Sony is quite happy with the result, and I think you already have a project with them.
Yeah, we are talking about new projects. We feel really well working together, and I don't know. I'm feeling like they really take care of the movie in Spain, and they really like love the project and respect all the creative decisions that I wanted to apply to the project. So it was pretty beautiful, like working with them. So yeah, we are talking about new projects.
Wow. Yeah, and
I have a few projects that some of them one of the projects I'm shooting really soon in Spain. Another kind of thriller. It's not a horror now.
Already.
Yes.
So this.
When? April.
This
April. Yeah.
Okay.
If everything's go according
so
to the plan.
You are ready that maybe now the film is open to international career, then they're gonna start to call you for festivals and you're gonna be shooting, you know. Right? So.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, maybe we can use this video to introduce films in other festivals.
Exactly. So we will be shooting like in April, around 7 weeks, and that will be my next movie, and I'm really happy that happened so fast. It was a project that we was working for a while, and at the same time, because I know how slowly can be this process, I already have like 3 more projects, ready.
Really smart.
Yeah, I think that, is the way how you can like handle the situation of like shooting projects every 1-2 years, and not like wait for 4 years to do your next project.
Yeah. Indeed. And it's again, you keep flirting with horror films, or you?
Not
You wanna-
really, not really.
Okay.
I think that that was it was my first project. But I think that the main thing about El Pacto or the Pact is that it's like a thriller,
Yeah.
right? It's a thriller with some horror elements. So what is always happening in my project is that is like there are thrillers, all
Okay.
of them. So that's maybe my style.
Well, actually, the horror industry in Spain is quite big, so it could be comfy to stay in that security area, but
Yeah.
it's kind of risky if you change the.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everybody that can see the El Pacto can see that thriller is like the main thing about this movie. So, and I feel really confident about the next project that I'm working with, and they all have like these thriller elements. But maybe the main thing about my projects that all of them have is like this. Is always there are always like projects with huge moral dilemmas because it's really what I really love and maybe the constant in my stories.
Okay, you are putting the elements to just explain in 1 minute why the international audience should see El Pacto.
Because I think that brings to the audience like a huge moral dilemma about what you will do in order to save the life of someone that you really love. Because first reaction is like saying I will do everything, but we go for really further about this idea about if you really want to go as further as you can imagine at the beginning, because when you go deep on that, maybe you can realize that sometimes it's not always that option, like go like crazy and just do whatever it takes to save the life of the people that you love.
Wow. Okay, Aita, gracias David.
Aita.
Thank you, and
Muchas gracias.
just enjoy the film of this young director.